Hi there, I'm Musty Hobbit, and I thought it was about time to get back in front of the camera. I have a few things I want to talk about today, one of them being the lack of a Video Games Monthly unboxing. Some of you recently have come to the channel and discovered me via those, and I wanted to let you know that I have something to take the place of it, but for this month I actually put my VGM on hold because I had a few purchases that were coming, and I wanted to make sure that at the start of the month that my funds were liquid at that point. So I want to talk a little bit about Twitch and Pink Gorilla. So Pink Gorilla is a shop that is in Seattle. I visited it when we were up there for my little vacation before PRGE. And Cody and Kelsey, you probably know them. They're part of the Metal Jesus crew. They run the shop. They are the owners. And so Cody had a wild idea and said, hey, why don't we use my Twitch channel once a month and basically go through like the home shopping network and go through their, not all their inventory, but a good chunk of their inventory. And so I managed to check this out and picked up a few games that they have shipped, and this just arrived. It is still sealed at the moment. I wanted to crack this open, show you what I picked up here, and then I have some other surprises that showed up, and I also want to make sure that we show off the unveiling for who won the giveaway from the previous video. So I will be doing that later on here, but not too much later. So I'm going to get this open. All of these are NES games, and so got a couple of stickers, one of them being DS Koopa. This is Cody's Twitch channel, so follow it, subscribe if you're interested. I do not watch a whole lot of Twitch. I use my Twitch Prime to actually subscribe because that netted me free shipping on all this, so that was pretty cool. And then there's also a sticker for Pink Gorilla as well, which is really cool. It was a really cool shop. When I was up there, I just didn't have, with the convention coming up the week following, I just didn't pull the trigger on buying anything. But I did now. Now that I have a little bit more focus. So, let me get these in reasonable order. There it is. Two lists that I am working on right now. One of them is black box titles, one of them is LJN titles. So I picked up two black box games. One of them is Gumshoe, which is one of the light gun games. And another one is Wild Gunman, another light gun game. So I wanted to knock those out. For LJN, I figured I was getting free shipping on this deal. I might as well knock out a couple of commons off that list since I already have kind of some of the larger ones there. So we managed to get the LJN NFL football, the LJN Major League Baseball, and then, and I've heard this game is absolutely horrid, Terminator 2 Judgment Day for the NES. So 5 NES titles, and this actually ran me probably about what it would have cost me for my 3-up at VGM, which was kind of nice. I just got to pick what I wanted. I'm not saying I'm never going to do VGM again. Let me just make that clear. I decided to take a break for November, and it happened to work out that this came along just a few days after the month started. I had already gotten the other purchases out of the way, so yeah, those big purchases that I was talking about were retail buys, and these were things that I wanted to get taken care of after Portland. I was trying to budget for them as best I could. The first of which being Starlink for the Switch. I did get the starter set that has the R-Wing and Fox as a pilot, and it is really cool. I've only sunk a little bit of time in right now because of this, and we are playing Red Dead Redemption 2 as part of the Cartridge Club's November Game of the Month, and so I am knee-deep in this at this point, and I'm enjoying it. I think some people are way engrossed in it, and I don't know that I'm entirely there. I'm really liking the story, but I'm kind of sticking on that path. I'm not diverging too much at this point. Now, I did have a couple of gift certificates or store credit at GameStop that was going to be running out very soon, and I had my Elite Pro membership, which actually just expired this past weekend. So I went in and I looked for something, and my son had made a comment about a game that we had rented a couple months back, and I was like, oh, I'm shocked that you remembered that we did that. We played it like once. And so having just recently watched the first movie with him, Jurassic Park, I picked up Lego Jurassic World, and he has been enjoying this and actually getting the hang of it. Now that he's starting to get that characters do different things, he's getting better. So I'm trying to be a good coach. On the Xbox, using assist mode is really helpful because he doesn't have to hand off the controller. I can just sort of guide him without him feeling like I am taking over, which is actually pretty nice. So we're playing a little bit of that. And then I just picked up, actually traded off something, an old Genesis Model 1, a couple of old Switch games that I'm just not playing. I picked up Tetris Effect. This is the real deal. And playing it in VR is like, I've never done a sensory deprivation or like a float tank. I have to imagine the experience is pretty on par with this. This game is awesome. Even if you're not going to play in the headset, just playing with a really good sound system or good headphones is the way to go. This is awesome, and it's only been out a week at this point, but really, really cool. There's a few VR titles coming very soon, Beat Saber, that I am absolutely looking forward to. So I'm going to be pretty excited about that whole thing in this like holiday season. Should be a good time. Oh, and I almost forgot, when I did pick up Tetris Effect, I had a little bit more in that trade value, so I grabbed a copy of Gotcha, which is also an LJN title, so another one off that list. So I think I picked up 4 off that list and a couple more black box titles toward the NES overall. But then I got a big surprise. I got a message from an old friend who was one of my groomsmen at my wedding, that he had found a box of games in his parents' attic, which is always a wonderful thing to hear. And he brought them over and he said, "These are yours now." And he's like, "I don't care what you do with them." I was like, well, in looking at this, I'm going to keep a whole bunch of them, because the main component to this box is now going to be sitting right here. A Model 1 Sega CD that is functions in that it opens up, turns on, the operating system works. For some reason, it doesn't want to read games, and so I have my Model 2 my Model 2 Sega CD. That's the one that I'm using when I play my Sega CD games. But honestly, this looks pretty nice right here on the shelf. I may just let it retire right there, although I know some people who might be able to do some handiwork and get that functioning again. We'll have to see. But there was more to that box than just the Sega CD. There was a whole lot of games, including a couple for Sega Genesis and a bunch of loose CD games. Now, most notably for the Genesis, there were a lot of sports titles, a couple college football, a couple golf. There was I don't even know, there was some kind of Indy car racing game. There were a couple that were worth mentioning, one of them being Shining in the Darkness, which I used to have and actually traded that away, so now have that. And then a copy of the first Streets of Rage, manual and all, and that is in wonderful shape. So a couple nice additions to the Genesis collection, and then there are some, as I said, Sega CD games. Now, a couple of these, save those to the end because they're pleasant, happy surprises. A couple of these I've never heard of, and the rest, and then a couple of them were like, I'm shocked that they were in this bundle. I am ecstatic that they were in this bundle. This is Wonder Dog. Some of these I have no idea. They work, I know that, but I just don't know what the gameplay is like. Battle Core. Soul Feast, which is a shooter. I do know that. Hook, which is the Sega CD edition of the same platformer that was on a lot of the other systems. The difference is it has the John Williams soundtrack over it, the score for the movie, which is really awesome. Afterburner 3, and then there was a arcade Sega Classics arcade collection, which has Streets of Rage, Revenge of Shinobi, Columns, and Golden Axe on there. And then the one that I think dropped my jaw the most is Final Fight CD, which you just don't find. It kind of stinks that it's loose. It kind of stinks that a lot of these are loose, but it's okay. I can get DVD cases. I can print off some nice cover art. I've done that for my copy of Sewer Shark, just so it looks better on the shelf. This is the big deal, though. Night Trap Disc 1 and Disc 2 both are in absolutely functioning condition. This was toward the top of my Sega CD list, and now I have a copy. So I want to thank my buddy who has been involved in my gaming for a long time. We used to play Halo 3 together with a whole bunch of friends. To just come by and drop off a package like that is just incredible. So thank you for doing that. And he says there's another box. So I'm hoping, see what else he might have there. I'm pretty excited to figure all of that out. Okay, last thing I want to wrap up the video with is I want to go to a video from the Cartridge Club Hangout from Tuesday night that has us unveiling the winner and backup person for this copy of Fable: The Lost Chapters and this copy of Gauntlet: Dark Legacy for the PS2. This was a drawing for that was on my PRGE 2018 pickups video. Those of you who followed the instructions and at least mentioned a game that was picked up in that video, I threw you in there. So this is us doing that drawing now. So this is everybody who had made a comment on this video and is subscribed and acknowledged one of the games in the video. I softened on that a little bit. So I'm going to spin it 2 times. The first time is going to be the winner. The second person is going to be a backup in case that first person does not get in touch with me or they decide that they don't want me to send it to them. But we'll go ahead and we'll do that. So spin number 1. This person wins Gauntlet: Dark Legacy on the PS2 and Fable: The Lost Chapters Platinum Hits on the Xbox. And the winner is...
Come on, John Aguilera. Come on.
The Ice Pirate. Okay, so I will be reaching out to you, Ice Pirate. And again, if you see this before I reached out to you, please ping me in some form or fashion. I'm pretty sure you're on Twitter. However, if I do not hear from you, let's do this again. I could take him off of here. Take him off the list. Apply wheel changes. Okay. So now this would be the backup in case I don't hear from Ice Pirate. Whoa, Blinkum. Okay. Blinkum has been watching my stuff for a very long time. So again, Ice Pirate, congratulations. I will be reaching out to you. And then if I don't hear from you or I cannot get in touch with you, Blinkum, congratulations on being the backup winner. So thank you. So again, congratulations on your win. I will be in touch with you very soon. If you have not heard from me and you've already watched this video, please reach out to me either through messages, either on this video or through Twitter DMs or something like that. Just get in touch with me. I'll need your address, of course, to get you these games. So thank you all for entering in that. Thank you for stopping by to check out this. And again, check out Pink Gorilla's Home Shopping Network sale. They do a few flash deals throughout the night. It's kind of a nice little funny parody that Cody and Kelsey do. So it's a good time. Check it out. And of course, if you're looking for commons on a lot of games, they do tend to go through kind of rapid fire, but they go through every single one of their like major walls. You can definitely find some good things. They have some pretty good prices, and then if you do subscribe for the month through Twitch, you do get free shipping on that as well, which kind of made the deal for me there. So thank you all for coming by. I will have more videos coming in the very near future, including that elusive room tour that I said is coming. It is still coming. And then I just want to mention thank you to those who have been patient with me. I went on this weird kind of like busy hiatus for over the last couple of weeks, coming back from PRGE and then up until this point. And the rest of this year is also going to be swamped with family vacations. I'm going out of town for a weekend here or there. And I did want to mention we do have the Cartridge Club Extra Life Marathon. I'm actually kicking that off on a Friday, December 7th, at what would be noon Eastern time. I have a 4-hour block, and I will definitely be playing some fun stuff. But if you are watching this, if you have recommendations or requests for stuff for me to stream, please let me know in the comments. I want to make sure it's enjoyable for those who are able to watch. I know it's also a Friday afternoon, and so there will be people who are at work and things like that. So maybe I can give you a little bit of entertainment in the browser that's hidden off your screen. But so I hope to see you again real soon. Thank you for coming by. I've been Musty. Take care of yourself. Be good to each other. Bye.